Hello and good day, kindergarten friends. In today's lesson, we are going to solve story problems by modeling the action of combining and separating situations in order to solve real-world addition and subtraction problems in flexible ways. And to do that, we have Mrs. Brown. Take it away.
Hello, kindergarten mathematicians. Today we will be learning how to play a new game called Build and Remove. This game is a part of Lesson 2 in your math packet for the week of April 27th through May 1st, 2020. Can you make a prediction about what might happen in a game that involves building and removing? What math idea might go along with building? What math idea might go along with removing? Take a moment to share your ideas with someone. Let's see if your prediction and ideas are right. In order to play Build and Remove, you will need to gather some materials. The Build and Remove recording sheet and the Build and Remove 10 frame and spinner can be found within your April 27th to May 1st math packet. You will also need the number cards that were included in the April 20th to 24th packet. We used some of the cards previously to play double compare, but for this game, Build and Remove, you will want to take out the 0 through 3 and wild cards. Build and Remove uses only the number cards 4 through 10. How many numbers will that include? Did you count the cards in the picture? Or were you able to count on from 4 while keeping track on your fingers? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 7 different number cards. You will also need to use some type of counters to play Build and Remove. You could use pennies or Legos. You could use small pieces of paper or jelly beans. I think I will use Fruit Loops. And finally, you will need a paper clip and a pencil to use as a spinner on the game board. The pencil will also come in handy to write on your recording sheet. Now that we have all the materials we need, let's learn how to play the game. You and a partner can work together to play this game. To begin, put the pile of number cards face down near your spinner and 10 frame. Keep your recording sheet nearby. Turn over the top card on the pile. I turned over the number 8. Now, you must use your counters to build the number on the card inside the 10 frame. If I use my Fruit Loops to build 8, will I fill the whole 10 frame? Will I fill one full column? If I don't fill the whole frame, how many empty frames will there be? Let's see what happens. Count with me as I build 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Fruit Loops filled one column, but not the whole 10 frame. There are 2 empty frames because 8 is 2 away from 10. We were able to build 8, but the game is called Build and Remove. We now need to use the spinner to find out how many counters to remove from the 10 frame. You will need to use your paper clip and pencil to spin a number to take away or subtract from 8. Take a moment to look at the spinner. What do we call the line in front of each of the numbers? Did you remember that it is called a minus sign and that it is used to show taking away or removing a part from another number? We use a minus sign when writing subtraction equations. When we spin, what are the possible numbers we may need to remove from our 8? Did you notice that the spinner might have us remove 1, 2, or 3? Let's pretend that I spin and my spinner lands on -3. I now must remove 3 Fruit Loops from my 10 frame. 1, 2, 3. How many Fruit Loop counters are left in the frame? You may have solved the problem in a different way. You may have been able to count back as the 3 Fruit Loops were removed. By starting with 8 and counting back, 8, 7, 6, 5. You would have found that when you remove or subtract 3 from 8, your answer is 5. Let's write down what just happened in this round of our build and remove game on the recording sheet. I began with a total of 8. And then the spinner had me remove 3, which left 5 counters on the frame. By writing the numbers on my recording sheet, I can create a subtraction equation or number sentence to explain what happened in the game. I can then read my subtraction equation. 8 minus 3 equals 5. When I take away or remove 3 from 8, I am left with 5. 8 minus 3 is the same as 5. Now you and your partner are ready to play. I hope you have fun playing Build and Remove. You have been busy solving story problems. Let's try something new. Let's write a story problem for someone else to solve. Look back at your Build and Remove recording sheet and choose one of the subtraction equations. You will make your own story problem to go with this equation. Let me show you an example. I chose the subtraction equation 8 minus 3 equals 5. I can also read this number sentence as 8 minus 3 is the same as 5. I will write a story problem to go with this equation. I know that a subtraction story should include a taking away or removing action. I need to separate a part of the total so that what remains is a smaller number than what I began with. But first, I need to do some thinking. What could I write my story about? I need an idea for my subtraction story. Maybe I could write about a favorite toy or a food I really like to eat. I could write about some of my favorite animals, things I might find outside if I went for a walk, or people I know. I think I will write about something I might find outside. This morning, when I was sitting on my back porch, I saw some robins in the yard. My silly dog started barking and scared some of the robins who flew away. I think I will use that idea for my subtraction story problem. I just need to include the numbers from my subtraction equation into the story. Check out my problem now. I saw 8 robins in the backyard. My dog barked and 3 flew away. How many robins are still in my yard? Now that I have written my story problem, I can use pictures, numbers, and an equation to show my thinking. I drew 8 robins and then showed 3 of them flying away. Can you see their wings? I drew an arrow to show they were leaving. That's my action. I also used numbers to show the birds that flew away as well as the ones that were still in the yard. I wrote my subtraction equation too. Now it's your turn to make a subtraction story problem. Could you share your problem with someone and see if they can use pictures, numbers, and an equation to show you their thinking? You may find you have to teach them about solving subtraction story problems. Thanks for spending time doing math with me.